on, guys? Mfetty here, and today I got another Madden 19 video. And today I want to take you guys through some players that I think are should be locks on your team power-up wise. These guys aren't going to cost you that much. Mostly just training points. You know, if you don't have the training points, then you're going to have to buy some players and quick sell them. But these guys I feel like are the best players for their positions for what they cost. So let's get into it. The first player I want to go through is Vick. Now, if you look at him, we have him at 87 overall. He's 86 speed, 88 throw power, 85 throw accuracy short, 77 mid accuracy, and then 80 deep accuracy. So as you can see, he's a very, very good quarterback for being 87 overall. To get him to where I have him, 775 training points. Now obviously that's quite a bit. I know training is not the easiest thing to come by, but for me, when I upgraded him, I didn't have any training points, and I think I bought 3 or 4 of the 30k legends, the 84 ones that give you 275 training. So that's like what, 90 to 120k for a really good quarterback. And if you compare him to quarterbacks around his price range, he's, I think, light years better than him. I know people argue, Baker's better than him, stats wise, like throwing wise, or Carson, Journey Carson Wentz. But if you're not a huge solo grinder, or you want more speed at the quarterback position, Vick gives you that. Now to get him to his upgraded just before the one where you have to add his legend card in, is another 825 training points. So that's definitely up to you. That would cost you 1,600 training points in total to get him to 89 overall. But I've been using Vick for a few games, and he'll miss some throws, but he's not bad. He's still really good. I feel like I had Baker before, and I still felt like he missed just as many throws as Vick. And then Vick puts a lot of fear into your opponent, because he can use his legs to get away. So if we go in the auction house here, and I will show you quarterbacks at around the 86 to 87 overall range, with 120 being the max, we'll just show you here that it's basically, you're getting a better quarterback for what these guys cost. So Breeze, example, 66k. He's got better throwing stats, accuracy wise. Doesn't have the throw power, doesn't have the speed. Same with Steve Young. He's what, 9 speed short of what Vick is, and he's 6 throw power short. He's got better accuracy stats, I know, but if you're gonna be running some of the top end plays, you're gonna need throw power, and you're gonna need to get that ball out quick. And then Russell Wilson's the one player I'd say is comparable, but again, he's 8 speed short. He's 3 throw power short, and the accuracy stats are pretty similar in terms of, and he costs 120k. So if we're paying 120k to get someone who's that much faster, has that much more throw power, I think it's worth it. I think, like I said, he's just the best bang for your buck. If you have the training points, definitely upgrade him. But if you don't feel bad spending 100k to get one of the top end quarterbacks for his price. So that's the first one, Vick. He's obviously a beast. The next one we're going to go through is on defense, and that is Sean Taylor. Sean Taylor here I'm up to 86 overall. I don't want to do this, I want to compare. And again, he's just one of those players who's the best player at his position, I think, for his price. So for Sean Taylor, he was one of the first ones I did. He's going to cost you 555 training points to get to where I got him. So that's not a lot, because as you level up, and then as you play solos and things like that, you get NATs. You quick sell those players if you don't need them, because there's no reason to keep them if you're not going to use them, and then that builds up training points over time. And if you had to buy it, you're spending probably what, like 60k maybe to get Sean Taylor, and he's every bit as good as anybody around his price range. If not, I think he's even better. So if you want to get him to 88, it's another 550 training points, totaling at 1,105 training points to get him fully not fully kitted to his with his legend, but fully kitted above that. And as you see, his stats are just, you know, they speak for themselves. 85 speed, 6'2", 88 excel, 84 play rec. His man and zone is not the greatest, I'll admit that, but that's not what he's really meant for. He's meant for that speed, hit power, and height combo, and he's just gonna make plays. He's Sean Taylor. He has the traits and all that stuff. 86 hit power is amazing for this early in the game, and for an 86 overall. And we're going to show you again. We're going to go through the free safeties that are around his price range. You're going to see he's just better than most of them. You know, some might argue, you know, oh well, these guys have better, you know, zone and man, and that's true. That's 100% true. But if you look at, you know, just the base stats, you know, Sean Taylor is just, I think, just better. So again, here, Tyrann Mathieu, 120K. He's the cheapest 86 overall free safety you can get. 84 speed, so he's 1 speed less. Has, I think, 3 or 4 hit power less than Sean Taylor. He's got better man and zone, but here's the big thing. He's 5'9" compared to Sean Taylor's 6'2". And if you guys played Madden, you guys know height is so important. You know, that's why the, you know, best players in the game are tall and physical players, and that's what Sean Taylor possesses. You know, and I'm a huge Tyrann Mathieu fan. He's probably my favorite player in the NFL, but he's still just not as good as Sean Taylor, just through the stats that he, you know, possesses. Sean Taylor just is taller. He's got more hit power. You know, and with Sean Taylor, you can't really man up and do, you know, funky things with him, but the things he should do well, he does well at. He excels at it. So that's one guy we can go through, Tyrann Mathieu. And then the next one is Earl Thomas. Again, same speed, way better. He has way better zone, but he's got 2 or 3 less hit power, and he's 5'10". Again, the height is what makes the difference. And he's 170K, Earl Thomas. You're paying maybe like 60 to 80K max to get Sean Taylor. I think, you know, he's just, for that price, you can't beat that. And he does everything, you know, you need him to do. And then if you go into 88, 89s, again, Lamarcus Joyner, good player, good stats, but he's 5'8". Like, he doesn't have the height. Harrison Smith's too slow. But these guys are getting almost into the, you know, 150, 200K range. And then that's just too much. Because if you can get Sean Taylor for 60 to 80K, like I said, you'd be crazy not to do that. So the last one I want to go through, and this one is, if you take anything from this video, this is the one you should definitely go for. And there's an easy way to do it if you've done certain things here, and it's Randy Moss. So Randy Moss is going to cost you 775 training points to get to where I have him, and then an additional 825 to get him to 89. But the reason why I said this is easy to get to him is because if you pre-ordered the Hall of Fame edition, you get Antonio Brown. Quick sell Antonio Brown, he gives you 800 training points. That way you can use those training points basically to get yourself a free 87 overall Randy Moss. Now I know people are going to say, well, he's 89 overall, Antonio Brown, you know, he's a beast. Antonio Brown is 5'9" or 5'10", and he's 84 speed. I know he probably has better catching traffic, route running, and all that stuff, and he's a great player, don't get me wrong. Antonio Brown is a great player, but for Madden purposes, Randy Moss just beats him in everything that is important. He beats him in height, he beats him in speed, he beats him in spec. You know, just like the animations Randy Moss gets is just so much better than what Antonio Brown is going to get. And I feel like, you know, those 800 training points you get from Antonio Brown are worth putting towards Randy Moss. I just think he's one of the best receivers in the game for his cost. You know, he's basically free if you quick sell Antonio Brown, and he's one of the best. Again, if we go through the receivers at his position, or at his price range, sorry, I guess if you weren't gonna quick sell Antonio Brown, he'd cost you about, again, 60 to 80. No, not 60. He cost you more, like Vic. He cost you like 100 to 120K. So if we look at receivers in the range that he'd be in, you're gonna see more of the same. Just nobody lines up to him speed-wise. Again, if you look at Keenan Allen, 80 speed. Fitzgerald, 76 speed, awful. You know, you don't want guys that slow. 82 speed for Michael Thomas. Again, he's just way slower. Jarvis, you know, 83 speed. You know, I think you guys are starting to get, you know, what I'm getting at here. You know, AJ Green is almost 100k. He's 82 speed. I just think, you know, for the price that you're paying to get Moss, you're getting someone so much better than these guys if you're going on the auction house. Like OBJ, great player, but he's 200 and some K, and he's still slower than him, and he's shorter than him. You know, Odell Beckham's a great receiver, and I would love him on my team, but Moss is just that much better. You know, he's just that much better in everything he does. You know, if you look at Doug Baldwin, again, around the same price you'd be paying if you wanted to buy the training points for Moss. Again, way shorter, way slower. DeAndre Hopkins, almost 200k. He's got a little bit better height, but he's still shorter and he's still slower than Moss. And then you see Antonio Brown, the guy you're going to be probably wanting to quick sell to get him. You know, obviously great catching stats, but he's way shorter than Moss, and he's not as fast. I just feel like players like Moss just outperform anybody in the game who's you know, like, you know, and Antonio Brown, he just outplays him just because, you know, his stats may not be as good, his catching stats may not be as good, but the speed and the height combo is just so much better. And same thing with Julio. Julio is like the only person you could maybe compare, but again, he's 3 speed shorter, you know what I mean? Or 3 speed slower, I should say. So I think, like I said, if you're gonna take anything from this video, power up to Randy Moss. He doesn't cost you anything. You can do a solo and get him easily. And if you want to buy him the auction house, I think he's like 3k his power up, and you can get this beast on your team for not much. You know what I mean? And he's far and away the best receiver I have on my team, easily. He makes the most plays. He makes the most aggressive catches. He's, you know, leads my team in yards every game. He's someone I target pretty much, you know, all the time, just because he's that good. So that's pretty much going to conclude this video. These power-ups are very good ways to get yourself a good team without spending a lot of coins. You know, these players are especially going to be really good in salary cap, which I will make a video on eventually, is that how to, you know, build a team around salary cap. I know last year that one did really well, so I definitely going to do that again. But yeah, this is pretty much going to conclude this video. Just wanted to tell you guys, you know, who I think you should power up, just because I want you guys to, you know, see these budget players and utilize them on your team. You're going to see for yourself how good they are. So if you guys did enjoy the video, please smack a like on the video, and I'll see you guys in the next one.